much.
Would you rather have a guy with a 0 body count or 1,000 body count?
Ooh, I guess it doesn't, probably 1,000. I wouldn't want to train anybody.
So you've never done the whole virgin thing? You've never taken a virginity?
I did, but I was also a virgin, so it doesn't count.
I will say, every time I ask that question of would you rather, I always ask the girls, have you taken a virginity? A lot of them say no. I don't know if anyone said yes.
It doesn't interest me at
I don't know
all.
if anyone
I think
said yes.
would creep
So
me
you've
out.
never done like a fuck a fan type thing?
No.
I feel like a lot of girls do that.
No, I don't like that. Like, I like very confident men that are maybe out of my reach. Like, I don't want to be the one in the power position.
So back in your single days, would you say you've ever been remotely romanced by a fan?
I don't think so. No, because that's the thing, is a fan usually lets you know that they're a fan, so they're a little bit like too much.
Yeah.
And I like want to work for it.
Or when you were single, were you single during most of the porn career?
No, I was actually with my now husband for most of it. We did have like a little bit of a stint during some of it, which is like, shocker, right? Like, we of course had a moment where we were not good at all. And then I was seeing this other guy who's like pretty famous, but total douche. And I was just like a huge fan of his actually at the time. So that was destined to fail.
That's one thing I always say with girls that like just try to like fuck famous guys. I always say, you know what, if you're like actually a fan of them, I respect it. There's like a lot of girls I know that would be like, oh, I fucked this guy. And I'm like, they'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna say a random name. I don't even know. They'll be like, I fucked Tom Brady, which obviously I didn't. I'm just saying Tom Brady. Like they're like, I'm like, you're not a Patriot. You're not a football fan. You're not a Patriots fan. Like I respect the girl more if you're banging a guy that you're like kind of a fan of, you know?
Oh, really?
Like, they're just like a guy that just has clout. Just to say
because then you'd like know them on some level, like know their
I can kind of see it more if you're a fan.
Yeah. Okay.
Like let's say if you're a fucking fan of Bruno Mars.
Okay.
And you bang Bruno Mars. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. As opposed to
he sang happy birthday to me one time before he was famous.
Before he was that's pretty pimp.
It was a bikini competition, and
did you win?
No, I didn't.
And then the fuck be you in a bikini competition?
I don't even remember. Like I think she was like a real model, so it's like I'll give it to her. Not at the time. And then Rob Gronkowski had just gotten signed, and he was in the front, so it was like the weirdest collision of people.
What a crew.
Yeah.
Let's wind down on these would you rather questions. This is an interesting question for you, I think, because as I mentioned before, most respectfully possible, I would say you probably have probably the best ass of all time in porn. Would you rather, if we're taking one away, to give the other, it's only one or the other, would you rather a huge pair of tits or a huge ass?
Oh, ass all day.
All day.
All day. Yeah.
But that means like a size tits.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Okay.
Because like one, it's like you work for it. Well, some people do.
Do you work for your ass?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, not now, because now that I've had kids, it's just large by itself.
Yeah, you still look great.
Yeah, but I've always done weights.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that you always had your ass even when you were, let's say, like 19?
Not as big as when I got into the industry, but then because like I would overbuild my legs, like I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't want to speak on a woman's body, but I feel like there's like two categories of asses.
Yeah.
Like one girl like works for her ass, it's like really fit. You can tell it's like a fit ass, and then there's like just a classic
blessed
dump truck.
Yeah.
I always pictured you as a classic dump truck.
Oh, thank you.
But it's not.
No.
Wow.
I mean, I've always had like a butt. It was never like flat and nothing there. But to make it nice and lifted, you do a lot of Pilates, yoga,
50-50.
weights.
A little mix of both.
A little mix of both.
You had the skill and the determination.
Right.
Yeah.